Oh, well, hey everybody, how's it going? I hope everybody's having a blessed new year and had a very Merry Christmas. As you can see, we got a little bit of fender damage. Yeah, my Silverado's sitting there. I bought this little 93 Celica to drive to work because my truck's been hit twice at work. So I wanted a little beater car that, I didn't care if it got hit. Well, it got hit today. I was at the bank and I pulled out, went to leave, and got cut off by a FedEx truck. So I stopped and I was behind a pickup truck. And he fired up his truck, looked in his driver mirror, didn't look in his passenger mirror, started backing up. I laid on the horn, threw the car in reverse, and backed up because this hitch would have got me in the door. But I backed up and he got me in the fender and caved it in. Well, I didn't want the guy's insurance to go up, not for something like this. And it is a 26-year-old car. But anyway, we looked up and a new fender is going to cost me, $150. So he gave me $200. He actually was going to give me $400, to keep it off his insurance. And I was like, no, man, $200 and, I'll fix it. No big deal. Anyway, driver's door won't open. So, we are going to see if we can't pull this out and get it straightened out a little bit so that it can be sanded down and, bondoed or whatever. I mean, it's an old car. I don't care. But I'm getting paid $200 to fix the fender, so that's the way I see it. And let's see how this turns out. I got me a hammer, a drill with an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I got me a slide hammer dent puller, but I'm not going to use the slide hammer. I'm going to use that self-tapping sheet metal screw and run it in there and just, use a little bit of muscle power to pull it instead of try to use the slide hammer, because a slide hammer is not going to move that much metal that quick, but just straight pulling on it will. So let's see how this goes. All right, well, I drilled my little 1/8 inch hole there and used my self-tapping bolt, and I threaded it in there and just pulled on it, and I pulled quite a bit out. But we're going to have to drill quite a few more holes in the low spots of the metal, like down in here, several up through here to pull this out. But the first drill and pull, my door works. And after we get most of it pulled out, see, when I pull this out, right in here, it's going to push this back close to where it belongs. And then I got to do a pull here, and then massage this lip back here. Let's do that. And then I got a lip down here that I need to massage back and do something with this here so it'll stay off the tire. But one pull has made a huge difference, and let's do a few more and see how straight we can get it with just drilling holes and pulling. But when I do, believe me, I'm no expert at body work. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to drill holes in the lowest points to get the most pull, and then after I get it pulled out, I can knock out where I can grind out where I've dimpled it and knock paint off, and throw some Bondo. And but I'm probably not going to do a Bondo video because, like I said, I suck at that kind of stuff, but I'm good enough to make it look halfway decent. So if you guys don't have money for the body shop, this is one way to do it. And the slide hammer is like $20. That little hammer there, I gave like $8 for it. And then a cordless drill and a drill bit. And if you got an old car that gets hit, that you know, you really don't want to put in the shop or whatever, you could do this to make it look halfway decent or at least presentable, and maybe make you a few bucks like I did, to you know, do your own work. But we're going to do a little bit more, see what we can do. All right, let's see if we can do this kind of one-handed. I'm just going to thread my self-tapping screw that is attached to the end of the puller in there. And pull it out on it a little bit. That one's going to have to be a two-handed operation. But it is coming out. Looks like we got a rip in the fender too. Woo, that's gonna be fun. Darn it. Oh, this sucks. I can't find my tripod. Alright, you can see it is getting a little better. It just takes time, patience, and, you know, just hooking up to the low spots and slowly pulling it out. Okay, I can't do this one-handed. Okay, well, we got a lot of that pulled out. We're still going to have to massage this back a little bit. And he got into my door here too and pushed my door in. So I'm going to have to do some pulling on that to get it out. But it is a lot better. I'm going to massage this line back. And then I've got all these low areas where he caved that in to pull out too. But it is getting a lot closer, and then I've got that to deal with, and where it's ripped right there. But it is a lot more functional, a lot more drivable. And this kind of stuff here, if you're not an expert at it, you just got to play with it and manipulate it until you can get it straight. And then of course the Bondo is going to make a big difference on smoothing this out. Could have been a lot worse, but I mean, you know, it's definitely a lot straighter than what it was. And it's saving me time from putting the car in the body shop when the truck needs to go in the body shop. And, you know, like I said, I'm getting paid $200 to do this. So, you know, not bad. And I could do it in my spare time. Okay, well, we've got a little more livable results going on here. I still need to push this out just a little bit on the edge of this door, which means I got to open the door and take me like a 1-inch dowel rod, put back there, and hit it a couple of times to pull this out. About a 1/16 of an inch. All this here, I can dimple it in just a little bit and grind it off, and then use some filler on it. But with a little bit of work, maybe, oh shoot, I've been working on this maybe 15 minutes, but it's a huge difference. And it saved me from putting my car in the shop so I can open my door again, because the door works just fine. And just a little bit of adjustment, and then 15, 16 bucks in body filler, I can straighten this out. And like I said, it's an old car, so I can use spray paint. I mean, that's what the hood is. And all this, I mean, it's just an old beater car, but it's functional again. Oh, just a second, I'm going to show you the sander I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to be using 60 grit, then 80 grit, and move on up. But the 60 grit is going to be to peel the paint off so I can get a good base for attaching the Bondo to. But it's just a random orbit sander you could pick up for like 15 bucks. That's 80 grit paper. But anyway, it's a hook and loop sander with a dust catch bag, and that's all I'm going to use to clean it off and smooth it out so that I can put the Bondo on it and, you know, just kind of try to roughly match the body shape. But there's the car again. And it's raining right now, so I can't sand it. Sorry. But I can't sand it because it's raining. You know, power tools and water. But 15 minutes with a cordless drill and an 1/8" drill bit, and then a cheap slide hammer with a self-tapping screw, and I pulled all that out, and the car is now functional and drivable with both doors working again. But I do need to pull the corner of that door out. And if you don't have enough muscle to pull it out, you can run your self-tapping screw with the slide hammer and hook your ratchet strap to the slide hammer and hook it to a stationary object, and then push down on the ratchet strap, and it'll give you double your pulling power to pull it out. But that is a massive difference in just 15 minutes of work from what it was. Anyway, like I said, it's an old car. It don't need to be perfect. And it's still functional and drivable again without going into the shop. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.